Hi everybody, Chris here from Truly Holistic. In this video, I want to quickly jump on here and talk about something that so many people experience, and that's anxiety. And for me, it's unnecessary suffering. Um, and it's also, what I pride myself at Truly Holistic is bringing forth an awareness and insight to many of my clients about the causal effect or causal reason for the effect that you then experience as anxiety. Because anxiety, yes, it's lumped into that umbrella of what we would call a mental illness or a mental health problem. And that is, like the conventional means for all health problems, but in particular mental illness is the treatment is very terrible. We just got to put it out there. It's horrible. And why the treatment options are so horrible? One, they're only working on the effect without really doing anything to do about the cause, which means the getting you to manage anxiety, not remedy it, not heal it, manage it. And a big reason why that is because they don't know the cause to the effect. So there's a lack of knowing as its foundation of then what they provide and what they practice. Okay. And often the process that is enabling anxiety in someone is the same process that these people or practitioners are utilizing just to simply manage your symptoms, not remedy the cause. Okay? And I'm just going to talk about that in this video because it annoys me, and you can probably tell in the video, because Truly Holistic has so much to offer, and it's so authentic. But why is it authentic? Because we're providing the treatment that you deserve, and that is not to play around and be egotistic and give you all these labels and things like that, making it look like we know. No, we do know, and not through just these fancy terminology, this egotistic approach, but I'm very dedicated to providing the cause to the effect. And when we have a greater sense of knowing of what anxiety and these health problems are, including mental health problems are, then we now have true, authentic solutions, not to just manage it, but to remedy it. Okay, so if you're someone out there that wants a true, authentic remedy to anxiety or anything related to a health problem or mental health problem, Truly Holistic, check it out. Okay, this is what we're all about. Okay, so let's just go through an example of anxiety, right? So often with someone with anxiety, they are greatly affected by a linear perceiving of their life. And what I mean by that, time. Okay, past, present, future. Okay, now it's a byproduct of a process, tools we were given as the human to go and perceive and process. Process means how we respond to what we see in our life using mind, thought, mentality. What I'm going to tell you straight away, anything to do with mental health, anything to do with mental illness, is only there because the individual is using mentality to process what they perceive. Okay, that's where the word mental comes from. Okay. At Truly Holistic, we've found a way that you can go about perceiving, processing your life, your reality, that does not use mentality. And because of that, you do not have mental health problems, and you cannot have a mental illness. You cannot have anxiety through that process. Okay. So this goes out to everyone out there, because life, why we call it a momentary process that you use, this is what you use to not only create and forge your path, right, your experience of reality, but also then how you respond and react to the very thing you're going to experience. This is all very much connected to why you're here, the greater sense of what people might say as your spiritual path. But it's directly connected to your physical wellness, vitality, being, of the body. It's all part of the same package, okay? So going back to time. Now, time, right, past, present, future, how it connects to mind, thought, mentality is that the concept or idea of time was given to the human out of mind, thought, mentality process. And what has happened is humanity has become enslaved to perceiving life in a linear fashion, which we call time. Okay? Now, and mentality is a remanifestating, a repeating loop that allows your past experiences to influence your decisions and choices of the now. And one thing I've got to put out there, and this is a huge realization, is that we've never been in the past, we've never been in the future, we've never made a decision or choice in the past or the future. Every decision you've ever made was in the now, right now. So therefore, to be more self-aware of right now, right? The right here, right now, the ever-present now, is all that matters. Okay? And right now, I'm talking to you. That I am 100% certain. I'm talking to you, right? So there's a pocket of certainty and being in the now. But with anxiety, there is uncertainty bound to anxiety and a lot of mental health problems. Why? Because there's no self-awareness of all there is, which is the now. And we get removed out of the now through the concept idea that the mind, thought, mentality presented in this linear fashion we call time. Which really, as I've explained it to you in regards to the only decision you have, the only place you've ever been is the now. So in that sense, this linear illusion of time is an illusion, okay, that is causing so much harm, okay? So quite often we see with anxiety people is a person gets very, there's a need to know what's ahead, around the corner, what's coming, right? And that is fueled by what their experience has been before. So that person is fueled by their so-called past and what their so-called future may, might, or may be. Now, might, may be, is that certainty? No, that's uncertainty. And you've got to understand that your decision, your choice right now is going to become your so-called future. So really, how do you provide the certainty to the so-called future? Being self-aware of the decision, choice you make now. It's all about the now. Okay. So conventional method or treatment and advice to someone like that, right, that has this need to know what's ahead, right, in regards to anxiety, is they'll go, hey, well, make sure you plan ahead so that they know what's ahead. Now, that's an example of managing it, not remedying the core issue, the cause to the effect, okay? Doesn't resolve it, right? Just manages it, okay? So as I mentioned, how do we remedy something that is associated to mental health and mental illness, which anxiety is we need to tackle mentality, okay? Because as I say, those conventional advices or methods of treatment where it's just managing it, why it's very limited in its approach? Because that person, that modality is using mentality, the very thing that causes anxiety to begin with. Therefore, it will not provide the solution. We only can provide the solution from a process used that does not use mentality. Okay. And why I'm really emphasizing this, because I don't see any other treatments out there in relevance to this topic that uses something outside of the box that is not using mentality. Only truly holistic facilitates this. Okay. We've found our natural state is not to be up here in the head, mind, thought, mentality, but is to drop into the heart and what we call heart feel knowing, a pathway. Okay. We are, after all, we are called human beings, which is the human to present a state of being. And when we're up here, we don't present our natural state. We don't present being. We are in a mode of doing all the time. Doing. Which is to our own detriment. Okay, that's what we find. So in a session, I'm working with clients getting out of here because as the human, you were taught and conditioned to be in here. Okay. So to reconnect with what you are, right, when we get into the whole spiritual aspect of being a soul consciousness, what you authentically, infinitely are, is to get you back into the heart. Because the heart is what facilitates that. It removes the conditioning and brings the authenticity back. Right? This is why truly holistic is a modality that's all about being authentic. Okay. So, when we use heart feel knowing, we are fully present of all there is and all there ever has been, which is the now. Okay, simply the now. Okay, so it actually simplifies, it provides a simplified process because through mind, thought, mentality, we've complicated things. A lot of things we're dealing with every day because people go, oh, I've got anxiety and mental health problems because the world's just so full on and so crazy. It's so busy. Did you know that the core of life is simple and that through a mind, thought, mentality approach, we overcomplicate things? We make things more complicated. So we could see that in a sabotaging way to ourselves, and we see that all the time. First thing we need to do, we need to simplify the process. We need something that brings you, enables you to become more self-aware of all there is, which is the now. A pocket of certainty, providing more certainty instead of uncertainty. When we're in our heart, it all provides that. It connects you in a higher level of knowing of you as a soul, so it provides a greater insight to your experience. Right? This is all more certainty instead of uncertainty. Okay? So you can see that, we help so many people with anxiety and mental health problems. And as I say, what I really want you to take from this video is anxiety, mental health problems, mental illness problems are all a byproduct of what we've been conditioned to use in the way that we perceive and process life, and particularly mentality, right? We know the remedy for every mental health problem, every mental illness, every illness that a human experience. And as I say, it's unnecessary because it's not based on life happening to you. It's based on how you're forging your experience through using mind, thought, mentality. We have another way that is your innate state, your natural way of perceiving and processing that makes things more simple, but more expansive at the same time. Providing peace, joy, love, happiness, all the things that everybody wants. We can provide that for you at Truly Holistic. You just need to allow the opportunity. I'm here for you. Go and book an appointment at trulyholistic.net/appointment/ and I can help you. This is not just remedying anxiety. That alone is transformational in your life. But I tell you, this is a door that we open that creates huge transformation in your life, right? And not just your life as something external to you. You are life. You are in your authentic state, something that is infinite and very powerful. It's all available to you. Book your appointment now. See you later.